If I tell you who is the biggest choke moment in history, sports history, what comes to mind?
I would probably say Toronto Maple Leafs.
Toronto Maple Leafs, right?
Or Tampa. I think Tampa's a really...
I think Toronto Maple
I think they're
Leafs.
the biggest chokes.
No, Golden State blowing a 3-1 lead.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know, man. I was pretty disappointed in the Blue Jays.
They never choked. They were overachieved, but whatever.
Well,
I think Toronto...
They could have finished it off.
You're overachieved.
Thanks, bud. The Toronto Maple Leafs are the biggest choke artists in history. And do you even want Toronto Maple Leaf fans listening to our podcast if we say that?
Honestly, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I love how the heat is just blowing up my back right now. Like it's not like it's hot enough, eh?
All right, Ahmed, let's start the show.
The fireplace on. The fireplace is literally on right now.
Like soft, bro. Oh, who turned it on?
I'm sweating.
It's pretty hot.
Who turned it on?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. Not my issue. Can you buzz off? Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
The Dean's List Podcast.
Dean's List Podcast, episode 6. I'm actually surprised we made 6 episodes. I thought we'd get bored of this really sooner. After episode 3, I'm like, yeah. Welcome, everybody, our listeners, old and new. Welcome to episode 6. Today we have our host, Mohammed. We have Ali, Farhat. We have Muhammad Yunus. You have me, Bilal Abdu. And we have our producer, Ahmed Khalil. Just wanted to say, make sure all you guys try to catch us on what?
Did you say Muhammad?
You didn't say my last name.
Yeah.
I thought you... Okay, fine. Muhammad Hamdan is here with us.
Yeah, I just didn't want to be referred to as just Hamdan.
Okay, Muhammad Hamdan is here with us, with Ali Farhat, Muhammad Yunus, and myself. You know, I'd like to welcome all our listeners on Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. We're on Google Podcasts now, right, Ahmed? Yep. All right, we're on our Google Podcasts as well. So make sure you catch us on everywhere you find your podcast. Also, make sure you follow us and like and, you know, give us a rating on our Instagram, social media, Facebook, Twitter at DLPcast. And let's start the show, boys. Did you hear about that guy? Actually, before we start the show, I have a couple shout outs to do. First shout out go to Saf Bros on YouTube. Make sure you guys watch their videos. They have this thing going on right now for the last 10 days of Ramadan where they have a trivia thing going on. So every day they'll ask a question and the next day they answer it and then winners get some kind of gift. Did they tell you what kind of gift they get?
I have no idea.
Well, they get some kind of gift. And Saf Bros, if you're listening to this and you're not giving gifts, I think you should know. And yeah, so make sure you guys go to their YouTube channel, subscribe, like their videos. They're pretty creative. I like their videos as well. And also we have another shout out for IFSA. Muhammad Yunus, can you give us a little recap about that?
Yeah, so IFSA, standing for Islamic Family and Social Services Association. They do a lot of great work. You know, they've been around for a while, and they reached out saying that they have a job opportunity, you know, if anyone is interested. So we thought we'd shout this out on our podcast. So I'll give a very brief description. Just basically it's a full-time job opportunity with flexible working arrangements. The duration will be from June until August 2020 with an opportunity to extend till February 28th of 2021. It'll be $17 an hour and the application deadline is May 23rd, 2020. We will put a link with all the information about the role and all that kind of stuff probably in the description of this podcast. So yeah, please do check that out if you're interested.
Yeah, we'll put the description. IFSA is probably one of my favorite charitable organizations in Edmonton. I really like their work. And yeah, if you guys are IFSA, make sure you guys give us a listen and like on our Instagram, and then we'll give you the details. All right, we're gonna try a new segment. So if you guys like this segment, make sure you let us know in your comments or in social media. And if you have any things to add to this segment, we're gonna call it the Weird News. Hopefully we'll have a better intro than that. Weird news. So pretty much this segment, we're going to go, if anything you caught your eye in the news cycle and you guys want to talk about it, we can, you know, give our reactions, give our thoughts. And for the listeners, if you guys have any weird news stories that you guys want us to look into, give us, you know, share that comment with us or share the link with us and we'll go from there. So the first thing that we came up with is that guy in Kansas that wanted to do a trial by combat and fight his ex-wife?
I don't understand this news story. You guys didn't explain it to me. I didn't even look at it.
So basically, this guy, him and his wife went through a divorce, and in the courts, basically his ex-wife and her attorney were like ripping him apart and pretty much winning the case like by a landslide. And he was getting fed up because he just wanted the right to see his kids. All he wanted was equal custody of the kids. So in a last-ditch effort to kind of bring media attention to the case, which is what he claims, he decided to call for a trial by combat and challenge his wife and her attorney to a sword fight using Japanese swords. I'm not making this up.
So is it fight to the death?
I mean, he didn't specify that. He did. The end of the article says that he said this only as a publicity stunt to try to bring awareness to what he's going through. But I mean, I think that'd be pretty
But
crazy.
he was winning, or he was. Oh, he was.
He was getting destroyed.
It was a
he was getting
desperation- it was a
destroyed. Oh, okay.
desperation move, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's thinking that like he's not being treated fairly, and he just wants to see his kids. You know, like at the end of the day, sure,
So
maybe. Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
the news article says it was combat. It was whatever you call it.
Yeah, trial by combat.
Wow.
Like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was so like shocked to see that this even is a thing, because I don't watch.
Where
GOT.
was it? In the States?
Yeah, Kansas City. It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty
Do
funny.
we have any listeners in Kansas?
Not that I know of. I mean, I checked
No.
the stats. I don't think so. But like, that's pretty sad though. I mean, obviously we don't know the sides of the stories, but like,
Does it matter at this point?
I mean, probably doesn't matter because he wants to go with a sword fight. But like,
He's for sure not winning now.
What
I
if like you know, you go to your prof's office and then he's like, Eunice, you messed up, you're gonna fail, and then you're like, let's fist fight, and if I beat you I win, like I pass.
I would win that 10 out of 10 times. I would do that.
But your
Wow.
professor's jacked. He takes off his blazer and he's like, let's do this, and he's just jacked.
It doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter.
I'll give my Prof Bilal Abdus card. Like, you could go fight him. He's my knight.
Yeah, who would be your knight? Like Game of Thrones.
Who would I pick? Oh,
Who would he pick? Like who? Like you would fight on your behalf.
Yeah, so just some backstory. If you do demand a trial by combat, like I guess in Game of Thrones, you can get someone to fight for you. So I mean, I guess is the question like fist fighting or just like swords or just anyone?
Just like combat.
It could start off as fist fighting, but no limits. Like start off with fists, but chairs are being thrown at, and then like remember Step Brothers, that scene when they fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
I think I'd ask Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
from WWE.
Yeah,
Is he still alive?
I'm sure he is.
You don't know how he looks like though.
Yeah, I do. He had a mask reveal.
What?
A long time ago.
he did. It was on stage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With his son? No.
I don't know.
Was it with his son? I don't remember.
Did he look weird?
Yeah. No, he just looked like a normal guy.
Lame. I don't know. After 1998, I stopped watching wrestling.
That's when it got like. That was when it was in its prime.
Yeah, but like that's
What are you
but it
talking
went down
about?
from
It,
there.
it was in its prime in the 2000s.
Yeah,
like
like,
Stone
that's what I'm talking
Cold
about.
and yeah, like that era.
like that era.
Like 2000
Like
between
Undertaker,
2010. Like that was like
Triple
Shawn
H.
Michaels. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Who would you pick
Mike Tyson.
now or prime Mike Tyson?
Both. Both.
The guy's a monster. Yeah.
We'll get to Mike Tyson. What about you? Who would you pick?
I don't know if I would trust someone else to fight my battles for me.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
I mean, like,
What do you mean?
You want me to pick someone? Like,
pick some. Like you're.
okay,
I don't know who's the biggest. Like McGregor comes to you. He's like, I want to fight you.
I'll be able to pull Bilal Abdul right now. I'll pick Batman.
He's not real.
Doesn't matter. He's real to me.
All right.
Ali, I'm surprised you didn't pick Rocky.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Can I,
Actually, no, I'd pick Rocky in his prime.
what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I would pick? I'd pick George LaRock.
Go back to the 90s.
Okay, I will.
But I would. I'll pick. What's his name? Khabib. I'll get him to
Oh,
fight me.
that's a
Like
good
if
one.
it's a real fight and then somebody has to fight me, I'll pick up Khabib.
That's a good one. He will maul him. He will smash him.
And then we'll go pray in the gym together. Like, that's a good win, bro. Going back to Mike Tyson, he's coming back to the ring.
He posted a video on social media, and he was just like,
Honestly,
tearing
he's
it up.
53
It's
years old
insane.
and he looks like he's still like 25.
yeah, it's actually crazy. I think 2 other boxers are coming out too to do it.
Both of them wanted to. Both of them
George
faced Mike
Foreman?
Tyson.
George Foreman's fighting?
George Foreman's back too, and who's the one that?
Is he? Can you fact check that, Eunice?
I'll see.
Who's the other one that Mike Tyson's supposed
I think-
to fight?
I
The guy
it was
that
Holloway.
he broke Holloway. Yeah,
Yeah, Holloway.
Didn't he bite his ear?
Holyfield,
Holyfield.
not Holloway.
Oh, sorry.
But you guys seen that Instagram picture, right?
The video?
Or the video?
Yeah, it was insane.
Like, I'm back. Like, oh god, you know he's like broke. You could go meet him in Vegas. He gives like signing autographs every Wednesday
I don't think he's
between 4
broke.
and 6.
You know, I don't really want to say anything bad about Mike Tyson because if he hears this, I don't want to be on his bad side.
Did you guys don't know who I'm gonna talk about? You guys don't know who Tom Segura is, do you?
No.
Like that comedian, yeah.
No.
Like there was one bit about how he met Mike Tyson. It's funny.
So I don't see anything about Foreman, but
Oh,
I see that the agreement and the real deal is close between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. So that is
They're gonna-
actually close.
They're gonna kill themselves. They're like, aren't they like 50? And
Holyfield is now 57 and Tyson is 53.
These guys are actually
think-
insane.
I think Mike Tyson
it's
is
such a
gonna eat
bad.
him.
It's a bad move by both of them. They're senior citizens. They're like 50, but they're like 70 in boxing years, right?
So they have a comparison here. So for Tyson, he has 50 wins, 44 by knockout.
But
Holyfield has 44 wins, 29 by knockout. Tyson has 6 losses. Holyfield has 10 losses. I honestly don't think Holyfield has a chance in this one.
Honestly, Mike Tyson, he just looks like a beast.
Yeah.
bro, he's a senior citizen, man.
It doesn't matter. He would still be all
This
five
is
of
gonna
us
be the
up
dumbest
combined.
thing ever. Well, it's gonna be the dumbest thing ever.
Okay, yo, I think Tyson versus Holyfield now, it's not even a competition. But do you guys think Tyson can compete with any like modern day boxers, like get a 35-year-old boxer?
No, he won't. He won't. Like the Instagram page, that was like literally a 30-second thing. You think he's gonna be playing in a 12-round boxing match against some kid in his prime? You get mauled.
Even in Tyson's prime, though, he couldn't do 12 rounds. He struggled with like
But
any
he-
match that went more than 3 rounds was like a
But
struggle.
he was a knockout artist. Like he wouldn't go past the first round.
Yeah, like 20-second knockout was his thing.
Honestly, I think he can definitely compete with people like nowadays.
Just because often 20-second Instagram pictures. Like,
Man, he's like, he hasn't slowed down. He's crazy.
that was literally 20
It
seconds.
doesn't
man.
matter. It's 20 seconds of greatness.
So the deal with Mike Tyson is just like stay away from him for 20 seconds.
Yeah,
then you can kill
he'll
him.
knock him out in 20 seconds.
So I just run around the ring for 20 seconds and just
Yeah,
turn around. and like,
in this charity event, I'll actually call it right now that he'll knock him out in the first round.
the charity event, it's not gonna be real.
Charity events are crazy.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like playing around with each other. It's
Did
not.
you want
Gonna,
to see Rocky Balboa versus the Hulk Hogan?
oh my god!
In
How old
Rocky?
are you, Ali?
How old are
Why
you?
don't you just move to Philadelphia? By the way, you were
that's my
rocking
dream.
an Eagles jersey. I don't even want to get. This is not going to be a whole sport podcast.
So Bilal thinks Tyson has no chance against these younger guys. Ali thinks he does have a chance. What do you think?
I thought
I'm
he was
done.
fighting Evander Holyfield.
He is. We're saying.
Oh.
How do you think he would compare to, like, let's say a 35-year-old boxer today?
I don't think he would last as long as they like. There's no way his
There's
stamina's
no
as
way.
good.
Exactly, man.
No, I'm not saying his stamina is good. I'm just saying he's still a great fighter.
He's an old man.
So
You
if
know,
he doesn't do it
honestly-
in 20 seconds, he's
No,
screwed.
I think he can last at least 3 rounds.
I think Ali's
Oh my
onto
God,
something only
no.
because of the fear factor. Like, man, combat sports is such a mental game.
It's the experience he has.
It's the experience, not just that though. Like, people, like, the name Mike Tyson just puts fear into people's hearts. You know, like, they go into that ring knowing that he's gonna go for a knockout punch and they're probably gonna get destroyed in the first round.
Does-
And that mentality can mess people up.
Does he get to use his walker in the ring, or does he have to leave on the ringside?
Yo, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I
I
don't
can
think he
I
would
can see
last.
where Ali's coming from.
You know,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, if you're hearing this, please come fight Bilal Abdu.
I'd actually take him.
Oh my
No.
God, he would kill you.
He's a khitiyar. Like he's an old man.
Yeah, Khatiyar will kill you.
Khatiyar
That's what'll
means old
happen.
man in Arabic, by the way.
Thanks, Eunice.
An old man will kill you. That's what'll happen.
Wow. Okay.
What about
What?
Hemsky? Does he intimidate you?
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
You know what? That's
a good
kind of
man.
weird that you bring up Hemsky. Is there
I know, that's why I brought him up. He's retiring.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't have to act surprised, man.
You know, I just want to say Alex Hemsky really was my favorite Oiler.
How old were you when he was your favorite Oiler?
I was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a problem, Bilal?
Not all of us just started watching sports at 30, Bilal.
Thanks.
Dude,
Welcome.
I'm sorry that I was born too late.
I don't know. I'm just in a boomer
We all still
mood
watched
this time.
Hemsky.
I'm just in a boomer mood this week. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why.
can tell.
Yeah.
He's a.
It's because of you, man. We were having a debate because of Ali Farhat. That's why I'm in such a bad mood.
It's okay, man. I like Ali.
And I'm
You're good.
fasting. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
thanks.
We're all
Yes.
fasting. That's not an excuse. It's like that dude that keeps saying, "Oh, I'm fasting." I'm like, dude, literally everyone is fasting.
Why are you here?
Sorry,
It's
man.
a sea of violence.
I know. Don't you have to go back to school anytime soon?
No, I'm not going back. Never.
Okay, what's your guys' thoughts on Hemsky retiring? Like, I thought he retired long ago. to
Yeah,
be
I was
honest
gonna
with you.
say. I thought he retired like 5
No,
years
he just
ago.
made it official now, but
Like, was he on
Yeah.
any roster, like active roster?
No.
no. Well, the last team he played for apparently was Montreal.
I seen him in I seen him play in Montreal,
Yeah.
but he wasn't playing. He was on the bench the whole time.
Yeah. 'cause
Straight up, I'm serious.
I don't know what happened to him, honestly.
Yeah, he got old.
So the last team he played for was the
I don't think
Montreal
he's that old.
Canadiens.
How old is he?
He is right now. Where is he? 36 years old.
Oh wait, so
Nah, that's bad.
So
Like,
he did
he's not
play a
old.
few games like
Not
2
that
years
old.
ago.
Yeah, he played in 2017, 2018. He played 7 games for the Canadiens, and that was the
Man.
last.
I thought this guy retired like 5 years ago.
No.
It's injuries, man. Like, look,
But-
even 2016, 2017, he only played 15 games because of injuries.
Yeah.
2 years before that, he played 20 games for Ottawa. Like, his injuries just wrecked him, man.
Mm-hmm.
He carried the Oilers. Apparently, some people say he carried the Oilers to the Stanley Cup Finals.
I wouldn't say carried them, but he was like probably the most electrifying player.
Wow, he's literally never played a full 82 game season.
Never. He played 81
Yeah.
once, and that's it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yo, what's your favorite Hemsky moment? Or do you guys even have a favorite Hemsky moment?
I actually don't remember. Like, well, I don't. Like,
Oh,
the
wow.
Oilers, it's just literally when
One-
it comes to the Oilers Stanley Cup run is Pronger and Rollison. Those are like, I feel that they carry the team.
One memory that like I remember mostly was, I think it's probably everyone's favorite, was when they were playing Dallas, and he came back and scored with like 0.1 seconds left.
Is that
When the guy missed open
Yeah,
net.
that
When the guy
was-
missed open net, and then
Patrick Steffen.
Patrick Steffen missed open net, and then Hemsky. Yeah, it was really good.
But you know the issue is that we lost that game in overtime,
Yeah,
or
we
I
did.
think in shootout, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember that.
So yeah, like definitely a crazy goal, crazy moment. But my favorite Hemsky moment has to be his goal against the Flames. And I know he scored a lot against the Flames, but it was the goal specifically where he deked around Robin Regeer and then undressed Kiprusoff and like pushed the net off its bearings or whatever after the goal. And then the announcer's like, "And Robin Regeer has doo-doo all over his face." Like, as a kid, like that was like the greatest thing ever. I'm just like my favorite goal.
I was just I don't really remember 2006 playoffs as much, but Al Shemsky's he's the reason why they made it past the first round.
He
Oh, yeah,
scored that.
he did,
He,
he did.
scored that overtime goal against Detroit. Yeah.
It wasn't overtime.
Wasn't it?
No, it was a comeback in the third period. They scored, I think, 3 goals in the third period. They were down 2-0 and ended up winning 3-2 because Hemsky had like I think 2 or 3 points that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy game.
But did you guys ever expect the Oilers? You guys were 11. Did you guys ever expect the Oilers to make it that far?
To be honest, that was like the year when I really got into it. So that was like I was my parents and stuff. No one really watches hockey in my family, so I learned hockey from my friends. And then yeah, so that was the year I got into it. And then they went through 13 years of darkness, but I stuck with them all the way through it.
We all did.
Not all of us.
Some people just decided to jump ship.
Yep. Ali.
He's the type of guy that would fraud the
Yep.
government. Straight up. Did he fraud the government for this COVID-19 stuff?
Oh my god. No, I didn't.
Was Trudeau talking about you?
No, I was very faithful. with
Just
what
say
I
the
did.
news article.
So for those that don't know what Bilal's talking about, there was an interview the other day with Trudeau. Basically, there's a lot of people taking advantage of this emergency relief fund that the Canadian government is giving to citizens asking for it. And in the interview, he said that his team has already flagged over 200,000 Canadians who have claimed the fund using fraudulent ways. And basically, he told everyone to like buzz off and like let him do his thing. He's right now focusing on getting money to the people that need it. And then when things calm down, he'll be doing investigations, and every single penny that was taken wrongfully will be taken back by the government.
And Ali bought a New Jersey, so
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
we were legally laid off,
Yeah.
so we're fine.
So, but then
Don't
like
trying to
the,
attack us.
there's a lot of people though that they have no issue with applying for this fund, even if they know they don't apply. Like they're not eligible for the fund, but they'll apply it anyways because it's so easy.
I just think a lot of people didn't really understand it.
Yeah, it's
Like-
honestly very confusing. I felt like it was confusing. Like I didn't understand. There was like a CERB, and then there's an EI check, and
There's a bunch of stuff going
you
on.
could either apply through Service Canada, or you could apply through CRA. I don't know. It was kind of confusing, to be honest.
I think they're making that more streamlined now.
Yeah.
I know the other day someone was checking, and there's actually an option to pay back the money on the website. So like if you want to pay back your fund, you can do that, because I think there's people that are calling in concerned that they probably didn't apply to begin with, like they weren't eligible to begin with. So instead of having the government go after them, they're just going to pay it back themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's some people that they really do try to cheat the system. Like
Yeah.
what Trudeau
no,
was
for
saying.
sure.
What Trudeau was saying was, he said it's going to be really hard to take this money back from like inmates. and like people in the prison cells.
How are they applying?
So basically, what I think was happening was people would have family members in prison or whatever, and they would use their SIN, their social insurance number, or whatever, to apply over the phone, because the application process is so easy. Like you don't even have to talk to anyone, right? So they do it that way. These people are in jail cashing in, and
Why do they care? They're in jail.
Yeah, but like it's free money, right? So why not? Money changes people, man.
I know like a bunch of people thought like every Canadian citizen was going to get like $2,000 a month regardless if they have a job or not.
In America, they only got like a one-time like $1,200, I think.
You know the Lakers applied to get relief funds?
Yeah, and then they had to pay it back, right?
Well, they didn't have to pay it back
They
because they got caught. They got shamed.
They asked for like what, $40,000?
Yeah.
What? Why?
I don't know. Ask the Lakers. Ask what's her name, Jamie, whatever her name is, Mrs. Buss.
Well, man, it's free money. Just take it.
They're a multi-billionaire corporation.
So money's money.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, man. People, they worship this money stuff. I hate it.
The only reason they returned that money was because they got shamed on social media. They're like,
I know.
"Oh, we don't know what happened."
If it was
like,
more
oh,
low
okay.
key, they would have never said
100%, 100%.
If it was more
But
low
was it
key,
like a
every team
loan?
would have done it.
Was it a loan or was it
no,
just
no,
like,
it's like a grant. It's like
Oh.
they had like this struggling small business grant where like if you have a small business and you need like infusion,
because the Lakers
funds?
is a small business?
well, they are small. Don't at me.
Any team that has LeBron James is not a small business.
We're not
but
getting
whatever.
into this, man.
Okay,
we already
whatever.
almost like fought each other before this recording.
Okay, whatever. Let's keep the peace.
Stupid Raptors fans.
I'm not a Raptor fan. I'm just saying. Just shut up, man. Okay, anyways. How long are we in this? We're at 17 minutes, 23 minutes. You guys want to get into table talk?
Let's do it.
Let's go to table talk. Again, this segment and the weird news segment, it could be sponsored by anybody. But for now, it is sponsored by Ahmed Khalil. Ahmed, you want to give us the first thing?
What's up, guys? For the first question, is e-gaming a sport, and are e-gamers athletes?
Is this the first one we're doing?
Yeah, let's fight it out. Okay, go on your rant, Ali.
Okay, who's going first?
I don't even.
Should I just start with this?
Yeah, you can go.
Go,
first.
go.
Okay, this is my opinion. And this is how I see it. E-gaming is a sport, okay? But I don't consider them athletes. Because in my dictionary, I think athletes is like Connor McDavid, LeBron James, you know? But it is a
Ninja.
sport. No.
Not Ninja?
Ninja is not an
Okay.
athlete. But e-gaming is a sport because it requires like a lot of skill. And they compete just like sports. And it, yeah. What are you searching, Adi?
No, like honestly, that makes no sense. How can you play a sport and not be an athlete?
I don't. But that's what I'm saying is no. There probably are considered athletes to like nerds that like care about this stuff. But in my opinion, I don't consider them an athlete. But I do think it's a sport.
That make you can't have one without the other.
That's what I'm saying. But no, I think you can. I don't think they're an athlete. I think they play a sport. I play sports. I'm not an athlete.
So you're telling me when you play Call of Duty, you're playing a sport?
But I'm not playing competitively.
But
These guys are
okay,
playing.
but when we play hockey, when we play ice hockey, it's not competitive.
What
technically
do you mean,
it's not
why?
competitive.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but wait, what side
We
are you
get
on,
heated.
Bilal?
What's your opinion?
I'm the devil advocate. Like, me personally, I don't think it's a sport, and I don't think they're athletes.
But
I
they
think.
sign contracts just like anybody else.
Yeah,
on
I can
team.
sign contract to a job.
Okay, so
Yeah,
one
Let me
second.
finish. Let me
No,
finish. Let
man,
me
you
finish.
guys
Let
are
me
looking
finish.
at it
Okay,
so
let-
Let me
wrong.
finish.
let's see what
Let me
I have to say.
finish.
Let's
Let me
see.
finish. The only reason they're considered they transformed it into sport and athlete. The only reason they did that was because people realized how much money is in like e-gaming. Is because people like ever since like YouTube started and people started recording themselves playing, and then like all these kids started watching other kids play. That's when people were like, okay, businessmen are like, okay, we could invest in this. We can make money off this.
Mhm.
That's the only reason why. And then they tried to, but they need a platform to present it. So they went to like ESPN and Fox Sports and stuff to be like, okay, it's a sport. And these guys, like, I guarantee you, they don't think, like, whoever owns these teams know it's not a real sport and they're not athletes.
Wait, do ESPN and like all these news sports stations, do they broadcast the
Yeah,
esports?
but they go, like, you have to go to like
There's a
ESPN
they
like,
built
or something.
they built a stadium in Philadelphia for it.
like, bro, it's
like
the
a nice
dumbest
stadium.
thing. Well, it's so
Bro,
dumb.
that's actually really offensive.
I just want to say the dictionary definition
Oh
of the
my
word
God.
sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team
It
competes.
requires skill.
Physical exertion.
Okay, yo, moving your thumbs is like that's
That's
Bro,
physical,
Oh
Adi.
my god. Okay, I'm gonna say my piece.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you, by the way. I don't think they're athletes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
e-gaming and esports, whatever, like it's not a sport. It's people playing video games and competing against each other. Like when I play NBA 2K against my friend.
But you're not playing competitively.
No, I play competitive against my friends.
No, man, this isn't an arena in front of people.
I'm playing in my
These
basement.
guys are playing
in
for
front of my
money.
mom.
These guys are playing for money.
No, like I can play for money if I really wanted to.
Are you that good?
Are you signed to a team? There's teams, you know that.
I could
like there's actual competitive teams.
Yeah, but the thing is okay. Let's say I got like 5 guys and we made a team, and then we played another 5 guys that they made a team, and then we had like a big NHL tournament. Is that a sport?
No, Adi, you're looking at it so wrong.
How?
Then explain it to us,
is
nerd.
Is that the same thing that
These
you're
guys,
describing?
Okay, Hamdan, I got some support for you. I got some backup for you.
Okay.
We have someone. So I put a poll up on Facebook just to see what people would think. And the vast majority, so let's see here, 85% of people say absolutely not, e-gaming is not a sport. But we do have 15% that say yes. And one of those 15%, my boy Hadi, he messaged me when he saw the poll. And literally his exact words were, bro, control your podcast. Let me just find this right here.
Shout out to Hadi for like not listening to our podcast anymore.
He's like, bro, control your podcast. And I'm going to count the zeros here. I already counted them before. It's 12 zeros. So he said 1 trillion% it's a sport. So basically he's saying we know what, we don't know what we're talking about. It's 100% a sport. And basically he said that if you want proof, what you got to do is look at how hard these guys work to get the skills that they have. They actually do work hard.
Train. Like it's not like...
Thanks, Bilal.
But these guys actually train just like any other person would.
Yeah, they do train, right? They have practices. Hadi's view was look at the payout of these tournaments. These tournaments are making big money.
Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter.
I know. I'm saying what he's saying.
Would.
I'm not agreeing with him. I'm saying what he's saying.
A hockey player, like anybody could play like PlayStation.
But you're not on a team. You're not signed to a team.
But doesn't matter.
I'm not saying these guys that are streaming. Those guys are nothing. They're not sports.
But how do you think these guys started? How do you think these guys started?
Listen. These guys, okay, what they do is they go into an arena.
It
and
doesn't matter where they play.
It literally does not matter where they
Why?
play. I could play in my basement and say, "Oh, I'm playing a sport."
No.
So, like, let's say the Edmonton Oilers come and play Londonderry.
I think you guys are taking this like in the
rink.
totally wrong. Like,
no, I know exactly how I'm taking
There's
it.
a difference between Connor McDavid playing on an ice in front of people, than you playing in your basement on your little net from Canadian Tire. That's a difference.
Well,
but it's still a sport. Hockey is a sport. That's what we're saying.
I think that's the issue. We're
I don't think you guys are understanding
like
the big part of this.
The
it's so much
definition
bigger.
of sport involves the word physical activity.
Honestly, I've argued with Adi millions of times in my life. Once there's something in his head, like there's no way of getting out of it.
But like,
are you guys married?
Yeah, but no,
Well,
but think about it. Like, how can e-gaming be a sports though? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Well, it doesn't. Like, I could see where. Like, I'll tell you, the only reason people think it's a sport
It's
because there's so much money in it. That's
the only reason why.
Yeah.
Because a team is making money and they're playing for money and they're winning money. They're with a team. It
and
doesn't
they're
matter.
competing just like e-gaming.
Oh my.
Okay, but
oh.
one
Sport
second.
is competing, Adi.
Hamdan has a point there.
You're
No, he
competing.
doesn't. No, he
Okay, but
doesn't.
how about like a debate? If we're competing to
I'm
win the
being
debate,
teamed up
or is this
by
a
3
sport?
people. I don't know how I'm supposed to win this.
Because it's not true.
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, let's hear this.
Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, would you guys consider like a game like chess a sport?
No.
Do they play in a big audience?
Yeah,
and
they
they're
do.
signed to
They
a
do.
team?
They do.
Are they
Yeah.
signed to a
Yeah,
team?
all
Okay,
of
then
it
it's a
are.
sport.
Oh my god.
It's not a sport.
It
man.
is.
Like, it's mental, but it's
Yeah.
not a sport.
No,
Like-
it's a sport.
See, because if you can make the argument that mental exertion can also apply to like a form of sports without the physical aspect.
Is NASCAR racing a sport?
NASCAR racing,
Do you consider it a sport?
I would consider it a sport.
Yeah, you're competing.
I would consider that a sport.
That's a
I don't think
sport.
it's a
You're
sport.
competing.
That's actually a really good one to bring up. The NASCAR racing, I do consider a sport. I never thought about it that way
But you
before.
know what though? Like NASCAR drivers, they have to go through like a lot of training, like not just in the car.
Yeah, so do
But not fit.
No,
okay.
not they don't. People
they
playing
do,
sports
Ali.
don't-
You just think what we play Call of Duty at night. Like, oh, that's no. There's
okay,
more to
no,
it.
but I'm saying people playing sports. Do they have to do training with their thumbs?
Man, they play this game. They put hours into
Okay, so
this.
one second. Let's hear what he has
Doesn't
to
matter.
say. So he's saying that NASCAR drivers have to go through all this training. What kind of training do they have to go
No,
through?
but like they probably
Yeah,
have
what
to,
do
They
they
have to.
go
They
through?
actually have
Yeah.
to.
What,
be
get your license at the age of
physically fit.
16?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
No,
Google this.
they actually have to be like, you can't be a fat guy in a NASCAR. It slows you down.
No, not even that. Like you have to just be able to stand like the high speeds and all that stuff. Like it's. I can't get into this conversation anymore.
Hamdan, how happy were you when you thought like you could be considered an athlete for playing Call of Duty?
No, because I'm not competing. Okay, look, listen. There's people like Connor McDavid. He's contracted to a team and he plays a sport.
Yeah, hockey
people-
is a sport, man.
Okay, there's people, for example, Ninja. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's probably contracted to a team and he plays and he competes for them. You guys are
no,
dumb.
man, you're dumb.
You guys are just like, oh, hockey's a sport. No, there's more to it now. It's different.
What do you mean now? It was never now.
No, now because e-gaming is now a sport.
But it's not. You can't just because everybody does it doesn't make it a
How
sport.
are you saying it's not a sport?
Because it's not.
But
it
it
has
is.
no physical.
It's called e-gaming sport. It's called a sport.
I could put sports like everything.
No.
Engineering sport.
I'm really.
So you tell me there's like probably 1 million, like more than 1 million people in the world, more than 100 million people in the world probably,
Yeah,
who say e-gaming is a sport. And you're
They're
telling me
all- yeah.
you and Adi are right.
100 million people are wrong.
100%.
Wow. That is
100%,
called
100%.
ego. Ego.
No, but
you
you-
guys
you-
have a typical
no,
ego.
but
Adi, you have the
you're-
most typical ego.
You're telling me that no one in the world thinks that e-gaming is not a sport?
Yeah, probably guys that are like, they worship hockey and
I
football.
guarantee you there's more guys in the world
Literally
that think,
America.
I guarantee you there's more guys in the world, people, not guys, there's more people
I'm done,
in
by
the
the way.
world.
I'm not discussing this with you.
There's
guys
more
anymore.
people in the world that think that e-gaming is not a sport than it is a
Okay,
sport.
tell us what
Okay,
do you
you know
have
what?
up there, Eunice?
This is nothing. I'm gonna say honestly, I'm not just saying this for the sake of argument. I came in saying no way, like I was gonna say no way, it's not a sport, they're not athletes. But the NASCAR thing really hit home. Like the NASCAR drivers are not physically required to do much work. They're there to just drive their car in circles. First they make a left turn, then they make another left turn, then they make another left turn. That's all they do. And then they stop for a pit stop. You know what I mean? Whereas e-gaming, like I think both NASCAR and e-gaming, they have the mental aspect. Like racing requires smarts. There's a technique to it. Just like how Call of Duty, there's a technique to playing Call of Duty, technique to playing NHL online or whatever. Listen, I hate that I'm saying this. I'm not the kind of person that sits around playing games. I'm not a gamer. And I honestly don't like when people spend hours at a time playing video games. But I can appreciate the fact that it is not easy and it does take mental skill, which I can see the argument for it being called a sport.
Yeah, not anybody could just go be an e-gamer. It doesn't work. You can't just go become an e-gamer.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You could play as much as you can
No.
on PlayStation.
But
and
you won't
then
be as
call
bad
it.
as them. No. So then, okay, I have a question.
I actually
have a
watched someone-
question.
no,
Just
can I-
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
I have a question. Why would they build a stadium for this sport? Why would they build a stadium for it? Just like, why would they do that?
Because Shab Hamir,
Oh my god.
nation of donkeys. But no, honestly, it's not. It's not. Wallah, I could honestly say, Wallah, it's not.
You can't say wallah.
Bro,
It's called an e-sport.
just because they call it, that doesn't make it,
Oh
man.
my god, if I call cooking e-cooking, am I doing a sport?
E-cooking sports.
Yeah.
Chef Ramsey's the biggest athlete.
So
Yes.
ESPN. Okay.
Yeah, if ESPN is
Sportsnet.
broadcasting
They're
this,
doing it for money.
telling me you
bro.
know more
They're
than
doing it for
ESPN?
money. They're doing it for
No,
money.
it's-
They're
okay,
doing it for money.
Let's talk about cooking. Let's just talk about cooking.
Okay, if ESPN was to broadcast 90 Day Fiancé for money,
Yeah, it's not a
Sport.
sport.
would it make sense? They would never do it.
no,
But because
that's
it
what I
doesn't-
mean.
They're broadcasting it because
what
they're
if-
broadcasting something because it's a sport. It's a sports network.
Okay. What if on the 90 Day Fiancé they start making teams? So like, which guy could be more naive than the other, and the most naive guy wins some trophy at the end, and then they call it a sport.
No.
They're like, oh, this guy he traveled
Well,
across the world.
Chefs
Amazon.
they're not signed to a team. They're not
No,
signed to an
okay.
e-team.
You can have a cooking team.
Weren't you
okay?
just saying who owns an e-sport team?
Craft
Yeah.
doesn't make it. He's smart. He's like, okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
make money.
what is e-gaming? What is it? What's the what is it? It's not a sport, so what is it?
Just it's a hobby.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my god.
Well,
This
it's a
guy just
hobby.
said
If I
Adi,
bro,
did you just say it's a hobby?
I believe it's a hobby.
well, it's a hobby.
No, that's fine. Okay, I'm done.
Good.
Wow.
It's a hobby.
Okay, no, let's
have to
keep the
s-
peace. Let's
Do I
keep
have
the
to
peace
search up
here.
the definition of a hobby now?
Okay.
No, it's fine. Let's keep the peace.
I'll go
here.
play hockey. You go play Call of Duty.
Bro, Hamdan, if we get more listeners this week than last week, you're off the podcast.
Go ahead. I actually don't care. I bet there's a lot of people that probably
Okay.
agree with me.
Okay, go
Yeah,
make a
a lot of people
podcast
are
with
wrong.
them. I can't even look at you right now. Okay, let's go to the next table talk topic. Ahmed.
That should have been the last one. That shouldn't even been here.
Okay, we'll go
Because
back
It was
to that.
literally
We'll go
3
back to
against 1.
No, because
I was
honestly, I was
helping
gonna.
you. I literally took your side.
Barely.
I changed my opinion for
what are you
dude.
talking about? He literally
Oh
changed
my
his
God.
mind.
I
Oh,
honestly,
man, wow.
no, bro. Straight up in our production meeting, I was planning to like team up with you, but I couldn't get to myself to do that. Well, I wasn't.
'Cause it's not
No,
a sport.
I legit like
He's
that
a coward.
NASCAR thing actually changed my mind,
Yeah.
and I was supporting you. So like,
Okay, yeah.
so are you gonna cry or are you
No.
gonna? Okay, good.
You thought somebody cool would support him, not you.
Wow.
It's like I want to be down around to support me.
No, I actually don't want Adi to support me.
I guess you got what you wanted.
Look, the way I look at it, man, if it's something that does not require you to be like physically different from 80 to 90% of the world's population, it does not require you to
Different?
like, bro, you're gonna tell me like, have you ever seen an NFL player like train and play, and they're not human. They're not human. They're above human.
There was like
every sport's not the same.
There was a list that came out like 2 years ago.
Bro, Phil Kessel, but he's still physically more like, I guarantee you he could out athlete us.
Oh yeah.
Look, there was a list that came out like a couple years ago. It was like the top 100 athletes in the world, and Ninja was on that list.
Why?
That's what so you're telling me LeBron James and Ninja compare?
Well, you can't. That's man. Put them on the same list.
That. I wouldn't compare Ninja to LeBron
so
James.
If you're an athlete, then how are you playing a sport?
Oh my God, Adi! I said in my opinion, I don't think.
Bro,
they're
like
athletes.
ask an athlete.
But I am defending the esports community right now. This is what I think. They're not athletes.
Bro.
They play sport though.
Bro.
I don't think they're athletes.
Bro,
literally Forbes is calling Ninja an athlete, and not just any athlete, the athlete with the heaviest social interaction.
Oh my!
In the world. Wow.
But there's different definitions. Like you guys are just thinking it's all just like training muscle. Like no, it's not.
Day by day, we further away from God. This is why coronavirus is happening.
This is why I'm just done on topics. What's the next would you rather?
Let's go to the next would you rather. By the way, I don't have to leave. Like, we could keep recording.
Would you rather be in complete isolation for 5 years, or would you rather have a random group of 5 people follow you wherever you go for 5 years?
Okay, straight up, after this last argument with people thinking esports a game, I'd rather live alone for the rest of my life in the
Me
forest.
too. I literally don't want to see anybody anymore.
Shout out to the Unibomber.
You know what? Honestly, at first I was like 5 people following me, but like you said, like I don't even know if I can live in this.
I can't do it.
You know what? I kind of like.
Let's imagine they come to you. You're like, yeah, man, let's watch the Super Bowl.
Actually, Ninja is playing World of Warcraft, and we're gonna watch that instead. Yeah.
Okay, no, but you know what though? Like I would want 5 people follow. I would rather have 5 people follow me than me being alone.
No, I'd rather be alone.
I could make him like my own personal like fan base.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're at work like, Ali, what's with these people doing outside? Oh, they're my fans. Like, okay.
Or my security guards.
So wait 1 second. You guys are saying
Is
Bilal
this like
and
without
Hamid-
social media though and stuff?
No, you have social media, whatever,
You
but
just
you
live
can't.
alone.
But you can't interact with other people.
No. Let's
Can I
make it
interact with
interesting.
people
Let's make
over
it
social
interesting. No,
media?
let's make it interesting. Complete isolation. No social media, no phone, no text. You're like somebody, like we won't make it too extreme, but somebody comes like once a month at night. You don't know where they are. They drop off the food to make you survive for the month, and that's it.
Where am I isolated? Like in my house?
Middle of the forest.
No.
In the house. No, they're in the house. They can play COD or whatever, but like by themselves.
No. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be in the middle of the forest with like all the necessities.
Okay, but we get it.
No,
You're
like,
like
you
a
play this-
survivor, but
yeah.
like.
No, not survive. Like a house, and it's not like a middle of the tenting. Like a house. Like,
Okay, I would actually enjoy that, but do you know who we're dealing with right here? These guys literally went on a hike, like in the middle of
remember?
nowhere to find Wi-Fi. We went
Eunice
camping
took us
once.
off the trail.
What do you mean off
You
the trail,
did.
dude?
Remember we went up that hill and we threw rocks down the hill?
it wasn't off the trail.
That was off trail. There's no way that was
not-
on trail.
No, listen, and those hiking trails are just suggestions. Okay, you can go make your own hiking trail if you want.
We walked through the middle of a forest.
That's the fun in it.
That was scary.
Dude, you guys don't know anything about it. If you guys went to the first camping trip, like in Jasper, or was it Jasper or Banff?
Jasper.
Oh my god, we literally broke every single rule on the hiking trails. It was the best hike ever.
Yeah, but we're all a bunch of princesses.
Yeah, you guys are too soft.
Like,
Okay, you'll have 5 people. You would have 5 people. Or you will live alone.
well, you guys didn't tell me, like, living alone? Like, I just live in my house. I can't go on social media. I can't talk to my friends on FaceTime.
Yeah, man. Like you're isolated.
Okay, yeah, live alone.
Me too.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I don't want 5 people following me.
I would rather just live a normal life with 5 people following me.
You know how much I dread like we record Saturdays because of this.
Why?
I don't know. I just like being alone.
Okay, but no,
Okay.
honestly, I'm with Ali on this one. I would rather, like, I like my alone time.
Cry.
No one's crying. I like my alone time, and I like kind of just having my space. But if I had to pick between no interaction whatsoever or having 5 people follow me around everywhere, I mean, I think I just make the best of it. I just have them around.
Realistically, I'll just make.
They're 5 random people.
Yeah, I'll make
That's
friends
fine.
with them. I'll make friends with them, and
Okay.
they'll be like my 5 best friends.
If 5 people you get to pick, who are they?
Oh, I get to pick.
You
Like,
get to
Oh,
pick.
you get to pick.
No, I'm saying now I'll change it. Like,
Oh, okay.
okay, like we'll go to extremes where, like, you get
Like
to
people
pick.
you know?
It could be anybody. It could be somebody you know or somebody that's like famous, but now they have to hang out with you, or like a complete isolation, but you're living like a king.
you know what?
I live in isolation still.
Honestly, I don't really
I
care.
get you.
I don't really care like who it is, but I would need a singer, someone who could sing to me. I need a chef, someone who can cook for me. Maybe a masseuse.
Bro, they're hanging out with you. They don't work for you.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna be hanging out with me for 5 years, it might as well be useful.
Do you tell your friends right now, like, hey, can you cook me something up? Like, no.
He's like, Muhammad could cook for me.
Are you crazy? I'm not doing anything for you.
Ali's trying to live like a king right now.
He
Eh?
is.
I kind of like where Ali's going with this, but I wouldn't ask for like a singer or a chef or
Yeah,
whatever. I can do
like,
that stuff
at least
No,
myself.
like I
people-
wouldn't ask him to do. I like drop subtle hints, like, "Wow, I'm so hungry today," and like he's a chef,
Like,
so like, "Oh, I'll make you something."
go to Subway. 24 hours. On
Imagine
97th
like I was
Street.
living with Chef Ramsay.
Honestly, I don't care who 2 of the 5 are, as long as 3 of the 5 know how to play liga or like some kind of card game.
I'm such an immigrant.
I just need at least 4 guys to play cards with me.
Okay,
And then
pick my
Khalas, I'm
dad
good.
and Ali's dad. You're good.
Just imagine. Fun fact, I don't know how to play any card games.
Wow, we got to
At
touch
all.
I
on.
don't
You
think
didn't
that's
have to
fun.
tell me
That's
that.
not even
I
fun.
already
That's just
knew
a
that.
fact.
No,
that's
I
pretty
can't.
sad.
I can't. Like people like in the past tried to teach me, and then I forget like the minute I
Do you know
walk
how to
away.
play Go Fish?
No. Well, I mean, like I'm telling you, I promise. Like I can't play any.
I don't know
card
how to
game.
play Go Fish either. I play immigrant games.
Like when I used to hang out with these guys, and then they play like Liga, and then they're like yelling and freaking out.
It's
I was
pretty
like, I
competitive.
never. I'm like, I don't know where you guys are coming with.
So
this.
is it a sport?
It's a sport.
Yo, by the way, for those that don't know what liga is, it's like an
Hearts.
Arab version of hearts. A little bit different, but similar to hearts.
Do you know what kills me? It's like the scorekeeper.
Yeah.
Like he'd be so good at math. He's doing these additions in his head, but like when it comes to school, he can't even get past grade 10 math. It kills me.
Hey, listen, adding and subtracting is different than like
no,
doing hyperboles.
bro.
And,
There's
like,
like I mean like no, but it's like in mental capacity when it comes to, and they're like counting cards and everything, and then it's like, and then they're like doing the subtractions, and they're like, I can't even do these like additions in their head, and then they're like, and then they'll come to me in like high school like, hey dude, can you help me out with this algebra? I'm like, yeah man, no problem.
I don't know, man. As long as my crew can play cards with me and they're not too
I never knew you
talkative.
play cards.
Yeah,
though.
you did it right.
I'm not a big card player, but I see. Look, I don't like playing video games because it's boring. I don't like video games, but I like games that require you to think. Strategy games. So cards, they require you to think. That's why I enjoy
You
cards.
like
Say
Age of
something
Empires?
Say something dumb, Ali.
I don't like video games. Like any video game thing,
I
no.
love video games.
No. I
I
want
love
like
them.
a game where you can just play at your own pace. You can think your moves through, and then you
You're a
strategize.
chess kind of guy,
Yeah.
not checkers.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say we should have a DLP Liga game.
I have no idea what
No.
we're doing.
Except
Ahmed,
for-
do you know how to play Liga?
Yep.
Okay, Khals, we'll set it up.
There you go. Muhammad can't play though
Okay, I don't want to
because
play.
it's not a
Good.
sport.
I don't play either. We could do something else.
But yeah, definitely to have a crew following around for 5 years.
No.
It's fine.
It'd be so weird.
My dream lifestyle is like in the middle of the forest and like a nice house, and then just once a month. Like, remember? Do you guys fit? Oh, I can't even talk about spoilers. But spoiler alert: if you never watched Breaking Bad, mute this. But remember, like at the end where the guy drives Walter White to the middle of Alaska, and then he drops his food and stuff. That's the lifestyle I want. Just somebody like you know.
It says a lot about your personality.
What does it say, Mr. Psychology 101? That's what I thought. Don't go there. Well, don't go there. As I actually will get mad at you.
Let's
Next podcast, table talk.
Which historic moment would you go back to if you had the ability to go back in time?
Don't start with me.
Okay, we won't start.
Actually, no. I actually had a good one.
Okay, then what?
I would want to see the Kennedy assassination.
I don't like you. I love how you just made me list all those things.
What was the other one? The Kennedy assassination would be so
Why?
cool.
Why?
Imagine just seeing that happen.
you want to see someone die? Do you take like do you find
No.
that
Do you know
entertaining?
why I said this in the production meeting?
Why?
I mean, I'm done.
Why do you want
Because all the conspiracy theories, like so. Let me clarify. Like you're a spectator, so you see everything. You
Actually,
know?
I changed my mind.
Can I tell you why
Yeah,
I
continue,
picked the
sorry. But I
like
changed
one of
my
the
mind.
things? I have so much, but one of the candidates is because there's so much conspiracy of like surrounding JFK's assassination. Was there like a shooter? Was there a shooter in the bushes? Was there a shooter in the hedge? And then I would love to see like the whole picture of, and then just like make my own conclusion and see exactly what happened, because that changed the course of history. Okay, what's your other one?
I would want to be a part of the team that that first went to the moon,
That'd be sick.
because then you would actually know
Was that real or was that staged?
it was staged, but you can actually see the camera recording them and.
Are you joking? Or are you
No,
serious?
I'm serious. I actually don't think they went to the moon, but we can say that.
I
for
was
another
just
time.
messing. I was messing with that question, by the way. But
Okay,
yeah, maybe another
Ahmed,
podcast.
put this. We'll talk
Wait,
about it
does it
next
have to
week.
be in the last 100 years?
No, anytime in history.
Oh, I would go back to the dinosaurs.
Wait, do you think dinosaurs are real? You want to answer that question?
Say
Hamdan?
it. Say it.
He's too busy laughing right now. Excuse me.
I
Say
plead
it.
the fifth. It's your turn.
So basically, he's saying he doesn't think dinosaurs exist.
He needs confirmation is what he's saying.
So if you guys want to just go on like a big Instagram and Twitter outrage, just at Muhammad Hamdan.
Yeah.
Way to get cancelled.
Okay.
For like the dumbest reason.
So Ali, where would you go?
I think I would go back to like probably the Thriller in Manila, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, explain
Okay,
it.
you're a
Why?
guy.
Why
I
would
don't
you
know.
go
I
there?
just think it's like, I think that there's so many like big sports, like sport events that like not a lot of people didn't get to see that are like the biggest sport events in history. I just think it would be cool to see Muhammad Ali fight, and like especially on one of his biggest fights.
But can you watch it on YouTube?
I
Being
mean,
there is different, man.
yeah, like
Yeah.
being there and watching it on like YouTube with
Ringside,
horrible
yeah.
quality, like it's, I don't know. I would personally do that. Like, there's a couple more, but
Say it, man. We have time. Don't we have time,
Was-
Ahmed?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, man.
Wasn't that the one where they're like Ali Kumbaya or something like that, or was that a different one?
Ali.
the one in Africa?
Kumbaya, yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
one in
That was
Africa.
the one, right?
mm.
Yeah. Was it in
Well,
Africa?
no,
Manila. It was in the
Manila's in
Philippines.
Philippines.
No, because like I
But
can just
wasn't there a
imagine-
fight in Africa?
No.
I think there was.
Oh yeah,
There
he's right.
was.
There was.
Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I
just
remember it was
Phil
huge.
Manila.
Oh,
I don't remember, but I heard
Always.
about it. I wasn't alive. I'm not that old. Okay, what else, Ali? Why he searches that?
I don't know. Like for me, I just think a lot of sporting events would be so cool. Like watching Michael Jordan play,
Yeah.
watching Muhammad Ali play, like
Or when a ninja won his first championship.
yeah, watching Ninja like like that would
in
be
his
so
prime.
cool. He's the biggest athlete in the world.
Okay, so I got that wrong. So it was Ali Bomaye,
Yeah,
and that
Bombay.
was in it's so back then it was called Zaire, which is now the Republic of Congo. So it was like a spot in Africa. But yeah, Ali Bomaye, and I remember reading in this book that the meaning of that chant means Ali kill him. Like literally,
Mhm.
that's what the fans were chanting.
I watched a documentary on Muhammad Ali. It's kind of off topic, but what was it called?
What is my name?
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
It's
On
It's on
HBO?
HBO. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was like the 2-part documentary
Yeah.
on each HBO.
best documentary I've ever watched.
Okay, you have the dinosaurs. You have JFK
No, JFK and dinosaurs. Yeah.
and the moon landing.
Yeah.
Ali, you have just
Said a lot,
Melina. And what else? Come on, give us 3.
I don't know. Go around the table and I'll
Okay, I have one right now. So when I was in high school, my social teacher was obsessed with World War One, and he was also obsessed with Sir Winston Churchill.
He was a champ.
Yeah, so I don't really know too much about him, I'll be completely honest, but just based on the way my social teacher was talking about this guy and obsessing about him, I would want to go back to his time and just see how he lived a daily life and just...
Is he
Apparently he
like
was really-
Canadian?
No, dude, he was...
Oh my God.
I don't know anything about social. I'm so bad.
No. Winston Churchill was not Canadian. But this guy was...
Isn't that the place in downtown? It's called Winston Churchill.
No, man, that's Churchill Square, dude. Oh my... Okay, no, he was Britain, man. British
They
politician.
named it after him. You're right.
Yeah.
But it's
He's the one that
because
says if you're going through hell, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
I know my social.
He was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom
During
from,
what war?
World War One or
World
War II. World War II. Sorry, Bilal.
Who was the prime minister before him?
I'm gonna have to Google this. Who was?
Chamberlain.
I think I'd want to be a part of the French Revolution.
Why?
I don't know. It's just
Dude, that was so violent.
like I wouldn't take part in it. I'd just
Yeah, you're
watch.
watching. You're not fighting anything.
Okay, Bilal, you're good at history. Good
I
job.
love history.
Yeah, Chamberlain.
I
was
can't
before
wait till I
Winston
talk about my.
Yeah, aren't you like from history too? Like
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, I definitely would want to spend a day with Winston Churchill for sure. And Bilal, you want to go ahead while we're?
Oh, I have so many. Okay,
This could be the nerdiest things.
then leave.
No, I'm just saying, keep going.
I'm sorry that
No,
my
keep
fans are learned people. So I would definitely want to watch the birth of the Soviet Union. So I'd love to be where, like, in the Bolsheviks revolution, seeing like Lenin talk and seeing like Stalin and seeing all those that crew. Trotsky, like how they riled up all of Russia to overthrow the Tsar. I would love to see World War II when the Soviet Union, overtook the Reichstag, like with a German parliament building. I would that would be sick, bro. Imagine like just the history of like how the Nazis stop looking at me when the Nazis stormed all the way into the heart of Russia, and then they got pushed all the way back into Germany, into Berlin, and the Russians by themselves took down Nazi Germany. And just imagine being part of that squad that went up to the roof and planted that communist flag. Like, that'd be sick.
Is anyone falling asleep here?
Shut up. And then I would
I
see,
lost track.
I would love to, what else would I like to see?
Can
I
I
would
butt
love
in here? I'll have another one. I'd like to go back to the 1987 Canada Cup when Gretzky and Lemieux played together. Because I personally think, hot take, I think Lemieux was better than Gretzky. Yeah. But I would love to be in the stands and watch that game.
You have some very hot takes on sports.
Do you
It's
think
quite
Ninja is
interesting.
better than Lemieux?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Bro, if you put a controller in Lemieux's hands or Ninja would kill him.
Yeah,
man,
and in Fortnite, Lemieux has no chance.
And Jed, wallah, and Jed, like,
Whoa, don't tell Lemieux. You never know. He could be like a Fortnite addict.
just
It
imagine.
could be. Well, it's a problem in the NHL, man.
I just
Yeah.
love how you guys really ruined my conversation about history.
We're trying to save our
Whatever.
fans, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, like if we're going back, like talking about history, I would also go back to like the
Vietnam War. I would love to see that.
Oh
The
my
fall
God.
of, what's it called? That capital of Vietnam.
No, I was gonna say I'd do the MLK I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah.
That would be a very cool thing to see.
Yeah, I could give you a speech right now. Not a big. No, actually, it was a big deal. I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there.
Don't don't knock the speech.
That was a good speech. Malcolm X. I would love to follow him around.
Yeah, that's a cool
That'd be
one.
a really good one.
That's a cool one.
There's so much. Salah ad-Din going back into Al-Quds, like Jerusalem, after he was liberated from the Crusaders. I would love to be there, like marching in. That'd be sick.
To be honest, I kind of like the idea of going back to a time when like there wasn't this much technology, like the pre-industrial era. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm happy I'm born with technology.
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, I can't live without technology.
Well, we can't because we've adjusted so much to it. But I think if you were put in that setting and you were born in that setting, you'd be fine.
Iranian Revolution. I would love to see that.
Nah.
No.
You-
Not to any of the ones you just said.
Hitler, the long night of knives, where he literally murdered everybody in like Germany overnight to conceal his power. I would like to go to. I'm just gonna. This is the rest of the podcast, everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
Yo, producer Ahmed, can you let's move this along, please?
Thanks for listening to episode 6.
Okay, no, okay, you have more?
No.
Okay, you're good.
I have so much more, but I
He has
know
more,
I
bro.
have
Let-
so much more. I would
Literally,
love
like,
to sit through.
No one cares.
Okay, boys, have anything else for historic moments?
That's
No?
about it.
Okay, Ahmed, what's our
No, I
next
think that's it.
one? Is that it?
How much time do we have? Do we have one time for one more that you want to pick, Ahmed?
No,
Let's just save it
Yeah,
for next
let's-
week.
yeah,
Cool.
let's go on to Laylatul Qadr.
Oh yeah, ask me about why I brought up that cold open about choking.
Okay,
Okay, brought it up.
so why'd you bring it up, Bilal? Why'd you
Thank
bring
you.
Okay.
Awesome. What's it called? What's that word called? I can't even think about it. Anyways, improv. Awesome improv. Hanginess. As I'm gonna say is that just like how the Toronto Maple Leafs choked that lead against Boston. And then
Oh,
they-
that was bad. That was so bad.
I was so happy. But just like that, we don't want to be, like right now it's the last 10 days of Ramadan. We said that last week. And Laylatul Qadr is one of these nights. You do not want to mess up this last night or this last part of Ramadan. Like you worked hard all of Ramadan. You worshipped as much as you can all of Ramadan. You prayed Taraweeh and everything. Now it's not the time to let up. Now is the time to sprint through the finish line, to close out that third period. Be aggressive as you can right now. Sacrifice playing at night, playing PlayStation, i.e. playing sports at night. Sacrifice watching Netflix, watching unnecessary things. Just these last, how many days are left now? Like what?
7 days.
6, 7
Next
days?
Saturday's the last day, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
It could either be Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't mess this up, man. Just sprint through, double shift if you have to this Ramadan, or like these last 10 days. Like try as much as you can.
And also, like, I know for a lot of us, there's times where we go through Ramadan and we're thinking, like, man, I messed up again. I just missed another Ramadan where I didn't take advantage. But there is some hope. There's a hadith from the Prophet, peace be upon him, where basically he says that whoever fasts all of Ramadan with faith and certainty or expecting the reward from God, they will be forgiven for all their previous sins. And I think Bilal mentioned this in a previous podcast. But then the hadith goes on to say whoever... the Arabic word is qama meaning like stands the night in prayer for all of Ramadan. Again, they get the same reward. They will be forgiven all of their sins. And then the last one, there's one more hope given to those that miss praying at night every day in Ramadan, is the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, whoever prays the night during Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, then that person will be forgiven for all of the previous sins. Obviously, there's some sins that, like, if let's say I owe someone something, I have to give back what I owe to that person, like right that wrong with that person. But all other sins, Allah will forgive them. So don't give up hope. We still have time. We don't know when the night of power is. I think we talked about this before. Some people think it's on the 27th night. We don't know that. We know it's in the last 10 nights. It could be any night.
Isn't it like mostly an odd day?
So yeah, there is hadiths that say it's mostly in odd days, but I was doing research the other day. There was one hadith that's actually authentic saying look for it on the 24th night, which is not an odd day, right? So the one thing we know for sure is it's in the last 10 days. When? We don't know, right?
Make sure, like, that's what I'm saying, is like, don't risk it, man. Don't be like, oh, odd day. Okay, I'll wait till the 27th. Make sure do you guys know why Laylatul Qadr is so important?
So Laylatul Qadr, is it because that's when the Quran was revealed?
That's when the Quran was revealed. And then, like, I was actually thinking about this, like, that night, literally, I just imagine being there, but, like, that night literally changed the course of history.
Bro, but if you think about it, really imagine being there though. Imagine you see this man in a cave and, like, this angel comes to him in a cave and starts to, like, squeeze him saying read, and, like, all of this. A lot of us know the story. For those that don't know the story, you can search it up. But, like, that's crazy, you know?
It is, but I'm saying, like, literally why we're sitting here right now doing what we call the Dean's List, right? Talking about Night of Power, and then, like, after recording we're going to pray Asr and whatnot. It goes all the way back to that one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's, like, once you think about it, like, literally all our lives goes back to that one night. And it's worth 1,000 months. So whatever you're doing that night, as if you're doing it for 1,000 months.
That's 83.3 years for those looking to know.
They say it's a mercy from Allah Azza wa Jal, like a mercy from God that He gave us this night, because our life expectancy is much, much shorter than the previous generations, right? Like, because they say Prophet Noah lived for over 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Allah Azza wa Jal gave us that one night.
Yeah, so really cool. So yeah, like, definitely try to look out for that. You know, take advantage of each night, as Bilal said. You know, let's try to make some sacrifices, but again, pace yourself. Don't put all your efforts into the 27th night. Like, spread your eggs and all your baskets. You know, don't put them all in one basket, and renew that intention. Do it for the sake of God, and inshallah you'll be fine.
Anything you guys want to add? Obviously. So, I just want to finish off this podcast. Just letting you guys know, follow us on all our social media at DLPcast. Also catch us every Monday, and we're dropping it almost everywhere. Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcast. Where else, Ahmed?
Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, and Google.
And Apple.
Yeah, you said that.
We said that like 10 times, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay.
Apple Podcasts, everyone.
Apple Podcasts.
If there's any other platforms you want, let us know.
Yeah, if you guys are like, you go somewhere else, I guess. And then again, follow us on social media at DLPcast. And just another shout out, go check out the Asaf Bros. You know, check out their last 10-day series they're going on. See if you can answer some questions. You win a gift, you win a prize. It'd be really awkward if they don't do that. And also, if you're interested in the IFSA work opportunity, just you want to,
We'll have the link.
we'll have a link in the descriptions. And then, yeah. Also, again, if you have any if you have any ideas for the podcast, man, just let us know. Like, comment on Instagram, comment on Twitter, you know, Facebook. We're putting polls out there, so partake. And then if there's any weird news that you want to bring up, let us know. And table talk ideas, let us know. And then we'll give you, you know, like a shout out, or we'll give you, what's that word?
We'll recognize you on the podcast.
Recognize you on the podcast and give you the acknowledgement for your efforts. And yeah, follow us, like us, rate us 5 out of 5. And we'll see you guys next week.